All right, welcome into Zero Hour. Today's first episode is pretty interesting. Today we have a guest called Clowns. He likes to keep his name anonymous, so we're going to call him by Clowns. He used to be Charlie Sheen's friend. Uh, so he has some pretty good, interesting stories that I would like to ask him about. So here he is. Hello, Clowns. How are you doing today?
Good, good, good. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So I guess we're just gonna kick it off. So how did this happen? How did you get connected with him? Like how did this all go down?
Well, that's an interesting one. So this was a long time ago. It was some random bar in Beverly Hills, and it was like I think it was like Super Bowl day or something like that. And
Really?
I was just having a drink with one of my friends, but that whole night, one of my that friend, I'm not gonna mention his name. He was just being like a weirdo, a dick or something. Something with
Yeah.
like his girlfriend left him, or I don't know. He kept disappearing on me. So then
Mm-hmm.
at this point, I was already drunk. So he just disappeared and I don't know where the fuck he went. I kind of just left him there. Uh, but I was watching the game and then, this guy, this at this point, it was actually Charlie. Charlie took his seat and then I'm plastered. So I told him, hey, I actually already have a friend sitting there. And then Charlie
Oh
looks at
wow.
me and says, there's no one here. Is he coming back soon? He
Mm-hmm.
was making a joke. I'm assuming coming off as a dick, but I
Yeah.
was like, "Nah, whatever. Maybe his team's losing or something. He's just pissed off. I don't know. I just let it go. At this point, I was just enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Anyways, then we're he's sitting down. He's rooting for the other team. I'm rooting for my team. We're both kind of exchanging words at each other, but in a friendly way. We're chuckling it off.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, he's like four people come right behind him, standing behind him as he's sitting down next to me.
Now, a quick word from our sponsors.
If you or your loved one is suffering with cocksucker disease, you might be entitled to compensation. That's right. You might be entitled to compensation. Call today 1-267-436-5109. That's 1-267-436-5109.
Side effects include itchy ass, nose, and throat, swollen eyes, leaky balls, diarrhea, perforated feet, swollen of the taint, and more.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, they all wanted to fight.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
because you were rooting for your team? So it's about the
Yeah,
game.
it was about the game. Yeah, they were very into sports.
All right.
Uh Very crazy time. I don't know what that was about, but they were wanting to fight with me. They all kind of ganged up around me. They were
So just
saying
one
like
guy,
some
and they just
weird.
all wanted to gang up. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know where these other people came from, honestly. They were like a fucking flock of seagulls. They just jumped in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Uh, Long story short, they wanted to fight, but the bartender kind of got involved and he intervened and they kind of kicked us both out. Um, Charlie then, was like, hey, man, I'm not really serious. We didn't really want to fight with you or anything. I actually have an acting role coming up and I'm trying to get in character for my gig. And I was like, whoa, wait, you're an actor? Dude, I really believed you in there. That was, that's crazy. I thought that was like, I thought you were genuinely mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, not at all, not at all. I really thought you were going to fight with me though, but no, I didn't, I don't want to fight with you or anything like that. I got no problem with you. And then he was like, hey, since I did that, we're actually getting ready to go to the next spot. Do you want to come with us? And I was like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
And then from there, we kind of just bounced around from each bar and stuff like that. And we all hung out. And that was kind of it from there. We kind of kicked it
Really?
off from there. We all hung out. I've known him ever since that day.
Did he say anything about that role that he was making? Like, do you know what movie it was, or you don't? You just don't remember the role that he was
I don't
making?
remember on top of my head. I actually don't even think he got the part, to be honest with
Oh,
you, because
really? Okay.
if he did, I probably would have remembered
You
that
know?
movie.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think he
Yeah.
got that part.
All right. I get you. I get you. So I know we're jumping to the topics too fast, but as we all know, he even made a documentary about it. That he was really, really addicted to drugs, real bad, like cocaine, all of it,
Oh,
all of these
that's an
things.
understatement.
Yeah. So is there any like crazy like things that you remember, like one of the number one things that just pops in your head, a story about him doing something real crazy, and then were you? Oh, first of all, were you ever in a moment like, oh, okay, this is too crazy for me now. I gotta like cut connections with this guy.
Oh, well, when was it I? That's the real answer. When
Yeah,
wasn't I? Because that guy was just doing always some crazy out of pocket shit. He would always get into some sort of trouble or do something crazy or say something crazy to the wrong guy.
yeah.
Um, there was one time, whose party was it? It was I want to say maybe Dan Bilzerian's party.
Okay.
Uh, we were in Bel Air. We went to his house party, and I don't remember who it was. It was some rapper guy. I don't remember who it was, but Charlie Sheen, was doing the blow as he
Yeah.
normally does,
Mm-hmm.
and he somehow kind of flipped it up in the air, and then it went all over the guy's outfit,
Wow.
and that kind of sparked conflict, and they kind of got into it, and then Charlie's group kind of jumped in on him and then started hustling him and fucking with him, and then it
Yeah.
just kind of went all downhill from there. Dan Bilzerian was actually fucking hilarious because he was enticing the fight. He was like recording it and getting everybody real pumped up and excited about it.
Wow.
And
That's
on me, on my other hand, I was panicking that we're getting ready to get we're getting ready to get kicked out of here. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we're either going to get jumped by 50 billion people or we're going to get kicked out of here. Either way, it's not going to be good tonight. It's not ending well.
Right. Yeah. 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 So I did from what I've heard about you, you told me a little bit off camera that you guys used to kind of live in the same house together, like a big posse, like an entourage, if you say.
Yeah, you could call it an entourage. That makes about the most sense. And
Yeah.
everywhere he went, we went. He would often, he was a big asshole. I mean,
Yeah.
he was definitely a big asshole. He would often make jokes about us all the time, straight to our face, like, you guys are fucking sponges. He would say,
Yeah.
everything I do, you guys soak it up.
Smooth
And we
talking.
didn't, he was a big asshole, but we always brushed it off and said he's probably just high all the time because, well, he
Yeah.
was.
Just the coke talking.
It's just the coke talking because, genuinely when he wasn't high, or at least I should say when he wasn't fiending, he was genuinely a good guy. There's nothing really bad about him when he's sober. It's just he was really a party animal.
Yeah.
He was constantly high, like every second.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there any moment
but
in time that you like? Sorry to interrupt, but was there any moment in time that you would like sit him down and talk to him about what's he doing, all this, blow and stuff? Like, he should fix his life. He has, kids, things.
oh, we all did. We all
Yeah,
did. Like a lot, and it was just it's insane. Um, Pretty much everybody in the whole entourage would, monthly and yearly. We didn't like to do it too often. We specifically did it monthly, just to sit them down and kind of have like a little small private AA meeting was what we like to call it. And
really. So this
those
would
didn't
happen
really end very
monthly,
well.
like
Yeah, oh
once a
yeah,
month.
we would do it once monthly. Yeah, and
Wow.
yeah, those didn't go too well because it would often result in him, breaking some random shit in the house or like doing crazy things. Like one time this is a funny one. He just randomly broke the toilet. That's a really hard,
Wow. Okay.
that's a really hard thing to do, by the way, but
Yeah.
I never forget it. I remember it like yesterday.
Can you tell us a story about that? Because that does sound interesting.
Yeah, so doing our monthly AA meeting, which oddly enough, he was a fucking maniac. He promoted the AA meetings. Like he sat us down one time and told us we should have those AA meetings, but that's
Wait,
besides the
so
point.
he told you guys to help
Yes,
him to
this
have an
yeah,
AA
I
meeting,
know.
and he was
I know.
still. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
It's insane.
Interesting.
And so during that time he had a misfit during that AA meeting. And like he went outside in the backyard and he had like this weird fake boulder. It's like a statue kind of boulder thing. It's just for looks or something. And it was heavy enough though, that you could break something with it. And he'd bring
Yeah.
it from outside and he literally just threw it in the toilet and it
Wow.
echoed across the house.
Hmm.
And then we all ran downstairs and we're like, what the fuck just happened? What was that?
Yeah.
And then all we hear is him yelling, where the fuck is my Coke? I want to get high again because I love getting high. And he was saying it sarcastically, this, and that.
Yeah.
And it was like just crazy time. And then we were kind of just laughing at it though, because it was a common recurring thing that he would always get mad about this. Like he was genuinely mad. But this time was funny though, because out of all things in the house to break, why the toilet?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Now there is another thing I wanted to ask you. A lot of people keep on saying it's kind of a rumor, uh, but I would like to hear your opinion of it and if you know if he did or not. His thing was Tiger's blood. Tiger's blood. He used to always talk about it. Did he ever like drank Tiger's blood? I heard there was a story that he brought it before into like a party or something. And he told everyone to put it in the Coke, and they snorted it or something like that. Is that any
No,
is
see,
true? Carry on.
no, tiger's blood is not what you think at all. It's nothing like that. It's how do I explain it? It's a flavoring, a fruit flavoring,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a snow cone flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not it's got nothing to do with drugs, at least that we
Really?
know of, because he was a
But there
fucking
was no
crazy guy. He
story
was probably
because
mixing
there.
cocaine with tiger's blood or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that is a rumor, right? Because there's a lot of conspiracy
That's a
talk.
rumor, yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah, I was wondering too. But it's Charlie Sheen. You'll never know. You'll never know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. As long as I known him, you will never know because he's odd. He's literally just an oddball guy. He
Yeah,
can say one thing and be 100% dead serious about it, and then 2 seconds later, he'll do the opposite of what he just said.
yeah. So, from what I understand too, that I heard that he didn't always like to be alone. He always had like a posse with him, like one of you guys or something like that. Did you ever like? How long were you with him for, like in the house, like hanging out with the squad for? Did you would say like in the
Oh,
house?
about like 9 years.
9 years. Wow, 9 years. Was
About
there
nine
any
years. Yeah, a long
part of
time.
time that you were like, all right, just let me get out of here now. Let me just move out. Did he ever say like, no, stay, like anything like that, or no? You just did it out of your own, you know, will.
Well, yeah, there was, but I actually got my own place one time. I left out of there because it was just too much. His lifestyle is too party forward, and
Yeah,
I'm more chill and relaxed.
yeah.
At least now I am. And
Mm-hmm.
I got my own place at one point. Uh, it took him 3 days to realize I was missing, though, for some odd reason,
Really?
which makes no sense because I was with the guy every day for 9 years.
Yeah.
Um, but whatever the case was, he found out I got my own place. I moved out. I was doing my own thing, and he actually went around and bought me a car.
Oh, really? What kind of car?
It was a Maserati.
Oh, wow. It's very nice. It's very cool.
Yeah, it was very nice of him, but
Very good friend.
that's a very good friend, but that's actually one of the points of our downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Why would you
you
say
know,
that?
well, because I just didn't appreciate the fact that he was trying to buy me back into his
Right.
life.
Yeah. I get you. I get you.
Yeah. I didn't really appreciate that because, I was with the guy for 9 years. I was his best friend. I confided in him. He confided in me. I would help
Yeah.
him put his life on track.
Mm-hmm.
I would help him with his scripts. I would, do a lot of things like that. Try to get him to his roles on time. I used to drive him everywhere because the guy was so fucking coked out of his brain all day.
Yeah.
Um, I
So
often helped him out with a lot of things, and the fact that he would treat me like that and try to buy me back into his life was just it made me feel unappreciated.
yeah. So two and a half men. One of the biggest shows I say of all time around that era. Uh,
No, no, you're
so
right. Yeah.
so the second season they wanted him back, and this is a time when Charlie Sheen was doing his thing, right? The real crazy things that was out there.
Yep.
Now, at one point, he was the most paid TV show actor in that era, and I think still to this day, I think him and Michael J. Fox were the most paid or something like that because there was another show that Michael J. Fox did. I don't know if I'm certain on that one though, but so when that happened, when he knew he got the deal, where were you guys at? I think it was like 60 million or something real crazy. I don't even remember. You probably do.
For the exact number, I do not remember because he would never say exactly how much he would make. He would just
Yeah,
say three things about every time he made money doing something acting
really.
related. He would say either I made a fuckload of money, I made too much fucking money,
Yeah,
or I made money. And
Mm-hmm.
oddly enough, him saying I made money was he really, really made money, you know?
Really, really wow.
Yeah, and during that time he told us that third one I just said that he really made money, and he splurged with that one. I
Yeah,
can tell you the truth, half of it was gone within the year,
yeah, yeah. It was a
which
lot of money
is
back then. Yeah.
crazy.
No, yeah, it
A
is. It
lot
is. It
of
is crazy.
lot of money
So,
went down the drain.
was there like any who was like his best friends? Do you think in the in the industry, like an actor or anyone? Who do you think he hung
Best
out with
friends
the
in the
most?
industry? Oh, that's crazy. So, he had a weird group of celebrity people that he would hang out with, and
Nice.
I'm not gonna mention their names.
Yeah, I know you don't need to.
Um, but if I give out an obvious hint, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Um, he would hang out with a lot of people. Um, here's an obvious one. He's from Detroit, so we'll just throw that one in there.
Okay.
That was an interesting guy to hang out with, because he was so like, how do I explain it? 'Cause Charlie Sheen's too selfish of a guy. He's really into himself.
Yeah.
And the guy that I'm talking about from Detroit, if you know who that is, then you know who it is.
I'm pretty sure some
Uh,
people will find out later. They'll do some
yeah,
detective work.
he was also a very selfish guy. He was also very into himself. So when you put those two together in a room, it was just fucking hilarious because they were always trying to one up each other,
Yeah.
and they always had a continuous joke about fucking each other's moms.
Oh, okay.
And that one would get too deep and too serious too quickly, and that was just not a fun time because you would think that they were dead ass serious and they're getting ready to fight
And
each other,
something was gonna happen, break out.
and
Yeah.
something's gonna happen, and we would always panic because the guy from Detroit, he often carried,
He wasn't
he,
playing
he
around.
was
Yeah.
he wasn't playing around.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of times where we're like, do we run? Do we help? What do we do? And then
Yeah.
they actually turned around and they turned the corner one time, right? We were
Mm-hmm.
in somewhere in Los Angeles. We were walking somewhere, and all we know is that they're arguing and they're walking with each other. We're behind them because we don't want to get involved in that one. And they turned a corner somewhere. We couldn't find them.
Really.
We don't know what the fuck happened. There's so many noises, so many things going on. We think that he's dead.
Yeah.
We can't find them for nothing. We're ringing their cell phones. They're not answering. We're thinking that they got hurt. Maybe they killed each other. Something happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting one with that guy. But yeah,
So okay. Besides that, all right, all right. So all right. We all know he's famous for doing coke. I think even said Molly before he said that before. Do you know anything else? Would there at least be a day that he would just only smoke weed and nothing else, or it was a non-stop only coke and all that crazy stuff?
during our monthly AA meetings, yeah, he would only smoke marijuana that day.
Okay, so there was a couple. All right,
Yeah, he would smoke marijuana that day, and those are funny because he was drunk and high,
yeah,
and I guess that makes sense now, backtracking a little bit to where he said, "Where's my fucking cocaine?" Because I want to get high. That makes sense now because I guess he wasn't high on coke.
that's right. Yeah, okay. Now in the documentary, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but in the documentary, in like one of the beginnings, I think they said or he said that he flew a plane, which you see a plane, and he was real high. He went to the pilots and said, "Yeah, can I sit down?" And they said, "Yeah, here." And they took off the autopilot, and he was actually flying the plane for a second. Was that? Do you think that is true? I know he said it, but do you think did he ever tell you anything about that?
uh,
That he flew a
he
plane
didn't
high?
tell me specifically, but I heard from one of the people in our group that he did fly the plane high. I wasn't with him that day. Um, he did fly the plane, lightly. I'm more than sure it was still on autopilot. But he was in fact high. He did bribe the pilot just so he could fly it.
Really? Wow.
That was a funny time. Uh, Flying with that guy is funny though because he often tries to fly the plane. It's a common reoccurring theme with him. He will bribe them all the time.
Really? Wow. So he's still
Yeah,
wow.
that's not the first time he's done that, and he's always wanted to fly a plane. But the yeah, he definitely was high in sitting in the pilot seat.
Wow. That's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Well, do you when was the last time you ever seen him? If you
Oh,
reckon.
maybe 16 years ago. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
16, 17 years ago. Yeah, we don't really associate with or at least I don't associate with him anymore. And then I know one of the friends in the entourage that they don't associate with him. I still deal with him though. I see him every now and then. He's a good guy. But Charlie, no, Charlie's I heard he's sober now, so that's I'm really
Yeah.
proud of him. But do I believe it? No. No, I
Really.
don't believe it. He's got enough money to bribe every single drug tester in the world. So,
Really. Yeah.
I really can't take his word for it. He's very sporadic and it's he's not trustworthy.
Yeah. So you don't think you ever get in contact with him anymore? Maybe you guys could like talk a little bit again. You think just no, it's done.
If I see him around, maybe at a party or something, maybe, yeah, but it'd probably be for a quick conversation or a smoke break, if you will, and that'd be it. It'd be catching up on old times, but we don't really associate with each other anymore.
You
I
think
actually
it?
ended up giving the Maserati back to him.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah,
So do you think he
I
has
did.
any grudge on you or anything like that?
Well, the day that I did give back the car, I wouldn't say he was hurt by it, but he was offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of snapped that day. He was very offended by it, and we kind of had a little heated argument. But I left. I didn't want to be a part of that because I know what he is.
Yeah. So when you guys had your entourage, do you know the ones that for sure will always with you guys like every second always with you guys? Can you like how many people were there in your guys' entourage?
On the daily, four, just because half of them had their own lives. They were doing things at their own families and such. But on the daily, it was four. But when it was like the weekends and party days and things like that, we had about 10, 11 guys with us, 12, 13 people.
Yeah. So
Not
in
not
total,
count not counting the women. There was a lot of women too.
yeah. So four more extra people, you would say. So you included five. You always have five close people with them.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said some of them still talk to him and some of them don't.
I'm assuming so not assuming, I apologize. The ones that, are married and have their families
Yeah.
and things of that nature, that they don't really associate with him from what I heard. I
Mm-hmm.
can't give a 100% honest answer to that one. But from what I heard, they do not deal with him anymore. They live in their own lives. They're doing their own things. That's good for them. It should stay that way.
Yeah.
But the other guys, they still deal with him. I don't think they're living with him by any means. I think they're all, a little too old for that. But I
Yeah.
mean,
Now, yeah, those days are over. Yeah. Yeah.
they still hang out. They still deal with each other.
Yeah. Okay, I get you. Yeah. Do you what was the falling out about? What was like? Explain that to us. Like, what started you just all right? It's done. It's over. Was it the Maserati? Was it like a different thing? Like, what was it? What for sure started? Like, what was a moment that you for sure said, all right, it's done. It's over. I'm gonna do my own life, and you're not gonna see him for like what you said like 16 years later.
Well, seeing the friends in our group, the ones that had families, we went out to dinner, or at least I did. I went out to dinner with one of my friend's families, and he bring his wife and his two kids, and I actually shared a lovely time with them. It was a beautiful moment. I don't forget it because that's the day that made me wake up.
Yeah.
Just sitting down with them was just he's a great guy. His wife was fantastic. His kids are beautiful. It just kind of made me realize that I kind of want that of my own.
Yeah.
And I realized that staying with Charlie, that's not going to be something that's going to happen.
Yes. Right. Yeah.
And from that day, I kind of figured out that, who I want to be, where I want to be in life. And so I just kind of after that day went down my own path.
Okay. All right. So off camera, we were talking a little bit. You told me that you and Charlie went to a Michael Jackson party or something. What was that again?
Oh yeah, no, actually, it wasn't a Michael Jackson party. It was a Black Eyed Peas or Will I Am party. It was a house party in Los Angeles. It was at Will I Am's house.
Oh, okay.
Some kind of some kind of celebratory party, but whatever it was. Oddly enough, Michael Jackson was there, and we were kind of starstruck when we saw him because we all love Michael Jackson, especially Charlie. Charlie ran to him. He was the first one to
Really?
spot him out. Uh, and what was funny is that we didn't Michael didn't start with a proper introduction or anything, no handshake. He started off with a joke, and the guy is just a stand-up guy. He can literally be a comedian. He's just hilarious, and he's just a wonderful guy. Honestly, I miss him. Rest in peace. Despite all the rumors on him, he you would not get that idea from him. He's
So
a gentleman.
really, wow, wow. So did you ever have like a one-on-one with him, just like a conversation? Like what was that like talking to Michael Jackson? Like did you ever have that like moment of just talking for a little bit?
Not really, to be honest. Everyone was kind of on him, especially Charlie. Everyone was on him. It was kind of hard to just to get sit down with that guy and have a conversation. Uh, the one thing that I can tell you about him though is that his voice really isn't that high.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah,
say
he
they say he doesn't really talk like that so much. He has like a deeper voice.
yeah, he has a deep voice. He definitely
Really,
has a deep voice. He just sounds like your standard black guy from the 90s.
really. Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. All right. Well, our time's running out. But I think we have time for one more story. Did you guys get kicked out like in any parties or anything like that? Any stories about that?
Oh man. Yeah, we did one time. This is a funny one. So Arnold Schwarzenegger threw a party, a house party. And this was in like the Frisco area, Northern California area. And so Arnold Schwarzenegger was like, "Hey, I want to run for president." Yeah, whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah.
And Charlie walks up is like, "Oh, I don't know about that. You make a horrible president." And Arnold did not like that. First
Really?
off,
Wow.
he hated that. We were all laughing and chuckling, and then as soon as Charlie said that, um, his face dropped. You know,
Wow.
Arnold went from laughing to real angry real quick,
Yeah.
and we all panicked because we seen that. Our laugh started slowly dying out, and we were like, "Oh no." He gets real pissed off. He throws his cup on the floor, his glass, whatever, and he's like then interrogating, trying to like, "Oh, why don't you think I'd be a good president?"
Oh, wow.
And Charlie was like, well, for lots of reasons, Charlie's enticing him now, and
Yeah.
and we're like, oh my God, what's going on here? He's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
So Charlie's actually doing a one-on-one with him in front of everybody and debating the fact and why he would not be a good president and how he doesn't know how to run a country, and just because he was mayor doesn't mean shit. And you were a horrible mayor, you were this, you were that. I didn't even know Charlie was political until that day.
Yeah.
Basically, Arnold was like, get the fuck out or I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, right?
Yeah.
And so Charlie's like, no, I'm not gonna fucking leave, fuck you. And then we're actually beating up Charlie because we want to do it before Arnold does, so he
Wow.
doesn't lose a tooth. This guy's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Arnold Schwarzenegger's a big guy.
Oh yeah. No, Terminator.
Terminator, exactly. He was getting ready to terminate his ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're punching him, we're dragging him, we're pulling him out, we're apologizing to Arnold. We're like, no, 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 we're so sorry. I swear we didn't mean it. You make a great president. And then he got more furious, and then he stole a glass from, I'm not gonna mention their name, but he stole a glass from some woman, and he ended up throwing it at Charlie's head
Wow.
as we're dragging him out. Yeah, and That was a funny time that we got kicked out. Yeah, that was funny.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, thank you so much, clowns, for being a part of the first podcast of Zero Hour. It was an honor to have you.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man. It's actually a great first episode for your show.
Yeah, yeah, no, I like it a lot. Hopefully, we'll have you back in no time. But thank you for being on the show. Thank you guys for watching. Uh, yeah, that should do it. Thank you.
Appreciate your time.